Today we're doing cookies for the Swedish tradition of fika. We're making it the easy way. We're making 7 kinds of cookies from one base dough. We are the Swedish traditions people. Today I have a helper with me. This is Sammy. He's 4 years old and he's going to help me bake these cookies. And right now we're going to make the base dough. So I'll get into the specific kinds of cookies later, but we're going to start with, do you want to help me now? This is 200 grams of butter, which is about 2 sticks of butter. You want to put that in there? You want this to be about room temperature, so so that it's easier to work with. We also have about 5 deciliters of flour. That's about 2 cups of flour. Yeah, just pour it in there. And as you can hear, Sammy also speaks Swedish. And then we have 1 deciliter of sugar. That's about half a cup of sugar. Pour that in there. Good job, bud. And then what you want to do is just mix this up. Just mix, 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 mix. You can do it as well. Okay, what you want to do is get little pieces of butter, cut it up into little pieces of butter, and then in the end, these pieces of butter will get mixed up with the flour and the sugar, and you'll have just one single dough. And if you have a helper, you might want to help the helper. So the cookies that we're going to make are jam cookies with raspberry jam. We're going to make what would you call them? These are translations from Swedish that I'm kind of making up as I go along here. Chessboard squares. They're going to look like, yeah, you'll see. Brussels cookies, fork cookies with cinnamon and sugar. We're going to make cut chocolate cookies, so we're going to use cocoa. We are going to use vanilla powder for some of these cookies. We're going to use, well, one of the cookies I was going to make was crushed nuts, but I didn't have any at home. So I'm changing it a little bit and I'm making hazelnut cream cookies instead. Kind of my own little version here. And another one of my versions will be orange marmalade with dark chocolate sprinkles on top. Split it into 2 pieces, and my good helper is going to help me do that. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so one dough we are going to put chocolate in, and one dough we are going to put vanilla sugar in. Okay, so here's the chocolate dough, and we're going to put...
Can I do that?
Yeah, this is the messy one. So I'm going to do this one, and you can do the vanilla sugar.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so there's the messy one, right smack in the middle there. There you go. And one more.
It's just coming.
It's crazy. Is it difficult?
Yeah. It comes outside the other
That's okay. We'll get it. It's okay to get messy. We are getting messy. There's my cell phone.
But that's how you do baking.
That's how you do baking. That's right. You get messy. You can't do baking without getting messy. You're completely right. So these are some of my favorite cookies. My grandma used to make these when I was little. So now we're gonna make the chocolate cookie. This, if you want to make it straight on the board, I'm making it onto the paper, the wax paper right away, because it's easier, then I don't have to move it. So this is going to just be cut chocolate cookies, very easy to make. Just kind of spread it out. If you want to make it pretty, use a what do you call it? What do you call kavel?
Roller.
A roller. Well, there you go. But I don't care about pretty as much as just getting her done. So now we're cutting into where we want to cut later. So it'll be real easy to cut into these. we do want a little bit of pearl sugar on top of these. This is pearl sugar. There we go. All right, so the 5 last types of cookies that we're gonna make, we're just gonna make, these are the easiest ones. And obviously you don't have to make 7 kinds of cookies every time you make this dough. You can just make 1. So we're gonna roll this out into one big long thing. And this is not very much dough for 5 kinds of cookies, but you know, you can always double up your batch. All right, so these are tiny little cookies, and you can make them much bigger if you wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna press them out a little bit. Yeah, you want help? There you go. Okay, and in here, we're gonna put jam. All right, I'm gonna take the ones that you're done with and put them on the,
I just want to have a
get them
little
ready. Now we're making Brussels cookies. Very, very simple. A little bit of sugar, you roll it in there. Very, very simple cookies. And then you cut them, and they're done. Simple as that. Now we're making fork cookies. Fork cookies. Yes.
I have had that with Lucas.
Okay, you know how to make them?
Then you do this.
Yeah, like that. There you go. So now we know why they're called fork cookies, don't we?
Yeah. Because you
right.
have one of these.
One way of doing this is to either just sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon or whatever you want, really, a little ginger or and then sugar on top of that. But we have cinnamon right now and sugar. See, they're really pretty, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just putting a little bit of this hazelnut cream on it. I have no clue if this is gonna work or not, but it looks yummy, doesn't it?
No. Yeah, but I don't like
hazelnut cream. You don't?
No.
Well, I do. What I was gonna do here was actually roll it in crushed nuts or mix crushed nuts into the dough. But here's the thing, you can do really whatever you want with this kind of base dough. So you can have fun with it. Experiment. There we go, we're experimenting. All right, we're gonna do that.
And then the last one is mine.
Yep.
That.
Oh.
And that
Okay.
and that one hanged on the spoon.
Now we're using a little bit of marmalade. A little bit of marmalade in the middle. And wait, yeah. You want to do the last one? All right, do the last one. And we're doing a little bit of
Chocolate.
shaved chocolate on top.
But it's dark chocolate.
It is dark chocolate.
We're making cookies here today, but in a way, we're really talking about coffee and being social. Coffee was first brought to Sweden in the late 1600s, but it was an upper-class drink for a good long time. In the 1800s, coffee prices went way down, making coffee available for a much broader part of the population. Cafes emerged, like we know them today. Much more important and central to today's tradition is gathering for coffee at home, which in the beginning was a way for women to gather. In the 1900s, this tradition grew, and coffee became even the Swedish drink, and even the word fika, which we use and recognize today, emerged. The tradition, 7 different types of cookies, refers to the hostess being cheap if she had less than 7 cookies and pretentious with more. During a kafferep, a social gathering with coffee and baked goods, you were traditionally supposed to eat the baked goods in a specific order, starting with wheat buns, ending with cake, which was usually made with whipped cream, and the cookies would go in the middle. My mother started with a cake one of the first times she met my grandma, her mother-in-law. That was not good manners of the times.
So you pop them in the oven and you leave them there about 10 minutes or so, depending on the size, of course, but about 10 minutes. So I just got this out of the oven, and you cannot let this cookie go cold before you cut it. So the first thing you do when it's out of the oven is that you cut it, because it's going to get much harder and it's going to stick together later, and then you can't do this. I hope you liked our video. And if you want the recipe, see that below. And we also got links to books and other information below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, and share. Hope to see you again.